welcome to my channel. My name is Shakayla and this is Manifesting with Karmic Thankyou. If you are new to my channel, thanks for joining. I appreciate you so much. If you like my content, go ahead and like this video. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post. Here on my channel, I talk about manifesting the life that you deserve to have, my process and journey through ascension, and spirituality in general. And if you are a part of the spiritual family, big hearts go to you. Welcome back. Thanks so much for always supporting my channel, watching my videos regularly, blowing up my comment section. I love you guys so much. If you can see from the title of this video, today we are talking about Life Path 33. Now, this video has been a long time coming, and I've been meditating on your energy for quite a while. I'll even say that in between some of the energies of the other life paths, I have been meditating on you guys. So I'm going to jump right in and talk to you guys about your life path number 33. Now, life path does carry your life path. Your life path does carry the vibration of 6. So if you haven't already checked out the Life Path 6 video, I'm going to link that up here. And you can watch that because it's definitely going to resonate with you as well. As a Life Path 33, you guys are what I call the master giver, okay? You guys are both teachers and visionaries. And as a master number, you have a higher soul purpose than other life paths. And what that means that there's going to be a little bit more challenges for you in your life because you are destined to change and impact the world in some way. As a master number, you guys are earth angels and you are here to, carry out a message, to fulfill a purpose, and to do something very great here on your time. Never feel like you're insignificant or what you're doing is not enough or that you're creating an impact. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do right now. And eventually it's going to lead you to become the version of yourself that you're meant to be, okay? You're just practicing for being who you want to be. Now, there's a lot that I have to say about Life Path 33, so I'm going to jump in. First, I'm going to jump in and talk about the tarot card. So, the tarot cards that we have associated, when I was doing my research, I came up with 2 different cards. And I just think as a master number, your energy doesn't just resonate with one tarot card. So the first one that came up is the Lover's card, which has Gemini energy. This is twin energy. Like both 11 and 22, you guys do mirror energy in a sense as your purpose. But the Lover's card is really all about genuine, unconditional love. And, a lot of times before we know ourselves, we look for love in other things and other people before we realize that we've had it all along within ourselves. So the Lover's card energy is just really about being a reflection to yourself and realizing all of that unconditional love that you have to give to yourself. And once you can do that, then you can really properly love other people and, be a more contributing type of person in relationships. But it starts with you, okay, 33. As a 33, you guys are the rarest life path number, okay? It was so freaking hard to find any life paths that were celebrities that were 33. And the ones that I did find, they were not people of color, okay? You guys know on my channel, I like to keep it black. You can go anywhere online and you can find any random person that is not black, not a person of color, to find a life path number. And if you want to, just go ahead and Google it. But on my channel, I like to highlight and educate about, black people because I'm black and we're just not celebrated enough. With that being said, the only black life path 33 that I found was Breonna Taylor. And this may be a message for you. This may be something that you need to hear, or anybody that comes in contact with this 33 video, okay? Breonna Taylor was a victim to police violence in 2019, okay? What happened was, it was a random search on her home. She was suspected in some type of drug trade or something like that, and the police ran in her house and asked questions later, okay? And if you are a part of the Black community and if you are a true ally, then you know about this. You know how it impacted our community. I'm honestly just getting so emotional thinking about it. But her purpose was so big, and it's just so sad that that is how her life ended. But her purpose was so big. There's people that know her name all over the world now because what happened to her created such an impact in our community. A lot of times as a Black person, we go out into the world and we really just want to live our life and just do us. And it's just really sad and unfortunate that there are a lot of people who want to stop us from doing that, who don't want us to be happy and just genuinely hate us for no reason. And a lot of those people are doctors, lawyers, police officers. You know, they're everyday people. They're people that we have to rely on in society to count on us to keep us safe. And how can we trust that within our community when there are so many people out to get us? You're literally at home laying in your bed and your family will never see you again because it's completely okay and acceptable in the United States to be a police officer and to be able to take violence in your own hands at any given point in the name of protection and self-defense, okay? And over the last probably 5 years, it has been even more in the media, and a lot of people now are starting to really understand, and that's where BLM came from, because it's just totally unacceptable what is happening in our communities. And all I have to say about that is dismantle the police and rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. You know, I'm going to make an honorable mention only because Spirit called me to do this. A couple weeks ago, I was opening my email, and if I was unprofessional, I'll turn around the camera and show you guys right now. But in Yahoo Mail, it's usually like the screen, and sometimes the ad will pop up, and it'll pop up like as a little sidebar. And it has something about Salma Hayek, and that was the second time I had seen something about her. So I just clicked it and I started literally reading her life story. And Salma Hayek is a Mexican woman. So I'm going to include her because she is still a person of color. And like I said, Spirit literally guided me to do this. So I'm looking at her information, and it was a lot of things that I didn't know about her. Like when she came to the United States, she didn't even know English. She was pushed into an all-girls Catholic school at a young age. And, you know, she was really destined to be an actor, but she had a lot of traumatizing things happen to her in her life, okay? At one point, her grandmother shaved her head repeatedly just so that later on it can grow back thicker. She was a victim on set of the Freedom movie. From Harvey Weinstein. And through her career, she has been belittled and, you know, just not respected in her profession as a woman, as a Mexican American woman. So, you know, it's just a lot of things that she went through to go to get into this position where she is now. And she's literally assisted to heal so many people, such a huge philanthropist. So with all that being said, as a 33, you guys really do have that energy of unconditional love for self and other people. Just like the other master numbers, you are extremely intuitive. You have really strong senses, and you are really sensitive, okay? Sensitive to others' energies, and you have a lot of childlike energy with those multiples of threes, okay? As a life path 33, you guys' energy to me is like a lucid dream. If you've ever been on any type of psychedelic, any type of DMT, or if you've ever watched a show or a movie like Alice in Wonderland, and how there's almost like all these different mind trips going on. This is like very much the energy of Life Path 33. You guys are highly spiritual and just very fluid and have this higher consciousness about you, okay? This past week I went to go see the new Spider-Man movie. What was it? Something away home, something home. Okay, it was the new Spider-Man movie. And it was this one line that really struck with me, because one thing about Life Path 33 is that you guys are extremely responsible. And if you don't think that about yourself, it's because you're just not into alignment yet. But in all the Spider-Man movies, they always say this. It's like, with great power comes great responsibility. And as a master number, as a 33, you guys are super powerful, super intuitive. And there comes huge responsibility with that. And sometimes the responsibility is other people and, you know, putting yourself in situations, you know, when you're trying to be help and servicing to others, sometimes it's a detriment to yourself. 33, because you carry both the vibration of 3 and 6, you guys are meant to be of service to other people. You're very creative people. Like I said, visionary. So, you know, you just have that divine energy where you are able to manifest through creation. And you guys are very nurturing and very healing, like the 6 energy. You always want to give, give, give. That's why I call you the master giver. That is your purpose, to be of service to other people. Okay, so we're going to talk about some careers that Life Path 33 might have. Now, you guys would be great for anything that's in the healing field, anything that's holistic healing, even a therapist, a counselor, anything like that. Anything that's in the education field, like a teacher, especially childhood education, like some type of tutor, or even like early childhood education, like a daycare or nanny or something like that. You guys are extremely charitable people, so you'll be good in any nonprofit organization. And because you're super creative, of course, you can be any type of artist, musician, and you guys will even be great as business owners. But whatever you do, it has to be founded in something that is charitable. That's extremely important for you to be doing something that is for service of other people, giving back to others, okay? So in all of my videos, I always talk about the shadow side and the light side. The shadow side is going to be some things that you know you want to work on. As a Life Path 33, you're going to tend to have these type of behaviors. They might be a little bit low vibrational, or things just that kind of hold you back in life from just being the best version of yourself, okay? So some things within the shadow side. The first thing, obviously, I've brought this up already a bunch of times about how giving you are. But the thing is, as a 33, you can be somewhat of a people pleaser, and you can be over giving to the point where you're giving where help is not needed, and also giving to the detriment of yourself, okay? Giving when you don't have it to give. There is this TikTok that I posted a couple weeks ago, and it was like a stitch on somebody else's TikTok, and this guy was talking about how it is that you're supposed to be giving your energy or whatever. And we're going to pretend this is 2 different cups. So this first cup is your cup, and this cup is what you have to give to other people, okay? Your relationships, your job, your kids, hobbies, all of this is extra energy. This is just for you. This is only for you, okay? When this is totally full, that means that you're taking care of yourself. You have a balanced environment. Your health is good. Your spiritual health is good. Your mental health is good. You're sleeping well. You're eating good. You're at 100%, okay? And when you continue to fulfill yourself with the love that you have for yourself, doing things that are in care for yourself, nurturing yourself, loving on yourself, your cup begins to overfill. And even when you put yourself in an environment that's healthy, like in your relationships, romantic, platonic, familiar, all of those things fill our cup up, okay? All of those different interactions that build us up, that fills up our cup. And it becomes so full that it starts to overflow. And we can visualize that now, oh, now the overflow from this cup is dripping down into this cup. And before you know it, both of these cups are full. And this is everything that you have to give to yourself. And you have even more to give to other people. And you just want to be conscious of what you're doing, what your energy, where it's going, it's directed. And, you know, who's on the receiving end of it. And do they deserve it? Are they appreciative of it? Are they able to reciprocate? Those type of things that you want to remember. Another thing that is, you know, something Life Path 33s tend to do is be perfectionists, okay? You guys really want to have everything right the right way. And my answer to that is that there is no right way. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing many, many times and expecting a different result. So you have to try things different ways. Failure is not real. It's just an opportunity for growth. Every experience, good or bad, is something that you can use in the next cycle of your life, okay? And waiting for things or expecting things to be perfect is going to be creating an unhealthy environment for both you and the people that you're in relationships with. Because what happens is you have these extra high standards, high expectations that you're never going to meet. The best thing to do is to set like little small goals and then, you know, reward yourself as you're building up and meeting to that actual goal that you want to give. And depending on what you do, you know what I'm saying, if you create content, just put the content out there and you're practicing. Like, if you go back and look at my videos from when I first started my channel back, maybe at this point it's been 2 years, everything wasn't perfect. Even now, I don't have the perfect setup. I don't have the perfect background. But guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep getting in front of this camera. And over time, it's going to get better. And as I'm practicing, I'm also manifesting and creating an environment that I want to have. You know, one day I'm going to have an area just for recording. It's going to be the perfect setup that I want it to be. And it's going to be everything. But until then, I'm going to keep putting in that practice. I'm going to keep just putting my stuff, whether it's perfect or not, okay? Another thing about Life Path 33, and this is something that's extremely difficult for you guys probably to hear, is that you can be pretty controlling. And it's like really giving a lot of Virgo energy, honestly, Life Path 33s. It's like you feel like if you can control everything around you, then everything will be right. It will be perfect. But what that does is it smothers people that you're in relationship with. Like, you can't control other people. The only thing that you have over control is of yourself. And then on top of that, it like literally sucks the fun out of life. It's like you're so busy, probably worried about the past, worried about the future, figuring out how you can control and manipulate the energy, that you're losing sight of what's happening in your life right now. You're not enjoying all of your moments to the fullest. So, you know, you have to release control and let go of, you know, that mindset that it's my way or the highway. It's like what I said earlier. It's extremely limiting, you know, to your psyche to think that things have to be one way or can only be one way. It's just not true. And everybody does things differently. So in relationships, you want to give people the space and the respect to be themselves. And you can choose to deal with that or not based off of if they are, I guess, meeting your expectations in that relationship. That's when boundaries come into place. It's extremely important in Life Path 33 to have boundaries and to maintain them. Outside of all of that, one thing about Life Path 33 is you guys can be a bit of enablers, okay? Your love for someone can allow you to see the potential in them. You want to be patient with people. You want to work with people. You want to help heal them. And you can't heal anybody else. You literally can't. You can give them the tools. You can give them information. Shit, you could pay for them to go to therapy if you wanted to. But it at the end of the day, it's up to us individually to choose to heal. And healing is a process. And we're not always going to be in the same spaces as other people in their journeys. We just kind of have to learn how to respect that and support people when we can, how we can. Okay. But you never want to be so loving towards someone that you're allowing just things to be happening in your life or relationships. You're just allowing them to, people to just, that's just how they are. You know what I'm saying? It's like very much giving, I don't have boundaries in place. And, you know, I'm going to link in the description box a podcast that I did with my girlfriend. And we talked about confidence. And not that 33 has a problem with confidence or anything, but I think that this would be a very good conversation for you to learn. At one point, my girlfriend asked me a question about, what do you do, you know, when you're in relationship with somebody and, you know, it's like you can't take everybody with you, but what about those people that you want to help heal them? It's like you can't though, you know, or the only thing you can do is put your own mask on first and allow people to be themselves. But definitely don't enable people. Don't, you know, wait for people to change. Who you're dealing with is who you're dealing with right now in this moment, their behavior, not right now. And you don't want to be an enabler, okay? Now we're going to move in and talk about the light side of the Life Path 33. As a Life Path 33, you guys, like I said, have extremely heavenly spiritual energy. Like all of the master numbers, you have a very spiritual purpose. And it's very important for you to get connected somehow in spirituality. Nobody's telling you to be religious. You don't have to read the Bible. Spirituality is a practice. Me, how I practice my spirituality might be different than how anybody else I know practice it, or how my friends or my family practice it. Some people practice spirituality by going to church every week. Some people practice spirituality through meditation, through yoga, through dance, through speaking. It's all about what works for you, okay? And, you know, if you are having difficulty finding your path or how to get onto it, then like book with me because I'm here to help. But Life Path 33, if you guys don't know what Kundalini is, if you don't know what a Kundalini awakening is, I want you to research more into that. I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis of what that is. So Kundalini is an energy. It's an energy and it is basically in alignment with your chakras, okay? And you can have a Kundalini awakening, but if you are not grounded, if you are not centered, that energy inside of you is just going to be chaotic, okay? And it's going to have all of your chakras misaligned. But if you are grounded, you know who you are, you feel safe in yourself, you know your self-worth and your value, and you are ready to contribute to the world. When you have a Kundalini awakening, that energy just soars through you and you are so connected spiritually, okay? Now, Life Path 33, you are the rarest because you guys have this natural Kundalini awakening. And a lot of times it creates this chaos in your life because those are opportunities for change and growth. You know, whenever things is hectic in my life, whenever things I feel like are going bad, then that's when I know that the universe is presenting me with a lot of opportunities for growth. That means that I could stay in this situation and just be uncomfortable, be miserable, or I can choose to use this as an opportunity for growth, because discomfort creates change. If you don't like something enough, then you're going to choose to do something different than what you was doing. So as a 33, there's going to be a lot of difficult moments in your life. You're going to be challenged in life, but you just want to stay grounded and rooted in who you are. Know your purpose, act in alignment with that, and everything that else is not in your control, then that's not up to you. It's not for you to worry about at all. Now, another thing that I mentioned earlier in the video is, like all the master numbers 33, you are extremely intuitive. You have a real sense about you. You are very led by your senses, each of them. So you may have just really natural enhanced senses, like really great sights, really good taste, really can hear things really well. And when I say hear, I mean really understand, really great sights. Do you understand what I mean? It's more than just physical senses. It's spiritual, emotional senses. You guys have a very much higher emotional intelligence. I was talking to somebody this past week about this, and I can't remember exactly who it was. It was my friend Emily, and we were talking about animals, and she literally has a whole zoo in her house. And this is so funny because that's something like Salma Hayek. She has so many animals. She even has a pet owl. So for you, Life Path 33, owls and both snakes are significant for you. Back to what I was saying. So we're talking about animals, and some people believe that certain animals are dumb. Like dogs, they have really small brains. That's why they have short attention spans. That's why, they're very hyper focused on certain things. That's why they can follow quick commands, because it's like very little short bursts of attention span. But I was like, they may not be like physically intelligent in a mental capacity, but they're very emotionally intelligent. That means that they can sense emotionally when things is wrong or right, when to befriend somebody, when to be cautious. They're very emotionally intelligent. And that's something as a 33 that you want to tap into, because it's literally your superpower. It's just trusting your gut, listening to your intuition, building up that trust with yourself so that you can really be fully immersed in the experience of life, and just use your emotional intelligence to navigate, because you guys are literally like animal instincts. Okay, you have the animal instincts is what I say. Life Path 33, you guys are extremely charismatic, because you do carry the energy of a 3. They're like very joyful, very playful, very funny. Life Path 33, you're extremely charismatic and attractive. Like all of the master numbers, you're very attractive. I did a video a few weeks ago, and it was like about the compatibility between life path numbers. And life path 33, you are the most compatible of all the life path signs. You're so generous, so loving, so fulfilling in relationships that every single last life path could benefit from you. There's not one life path that you would not be compatible with. Now, there's plenty of life paths that are incompatible with you, like you need to stay away from them because they might drain you type of thing. But like you are just such a giving, such a healing, loving person. You're just amazing, and that just really shows through your energy. Your energy is extremely charismatic, very uplifting, loving, and genuinely some of the best people. And because you are the rarest, it's just like you guys are like a diamond in a haystack, okay? Or whatever they say. Like if there was a room full of cubic zirconiums and that one diamond, you are the diamond life path 33. If there's not anything that you didn't take away from this video, it's one thing is to know that you are extremely rare, extremely powerful, and your purpose is very important. So the sooner that you get into alignment with what that is, the sooner that you accept that you are very spiritual, very intuitive, the easier life will be. Use your gifts to your advantage, okay? And know that everything is exactly the way that it should be. Try to practice more acceptance into your life, because ultimately that will bring you peace. You guys are meant to teach other people how to love themselves, how to love others, how to have love and respect for other things like nature, like animals. And, when I was thinking about the Kundalini energy, I just think about how the snake is always represented. And a lot of times the snake is seen as something that is a symbol of sneakiness, but in real actuality, that's just a picture that, colonization planted, because the snake is a beautiful animal. It is an animal of transformation. It's honestly no different than a butterfly, seriously. And if you are more stealthy, it is for your protection, okay? So I'm sending you much peace, much love. If you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, whether it's a life path, past life regression, even chakra healing, you can book with me at fullmoonbeauties.com. And I'm going to have my link tree down below. And you can catch me every Monday here on my channel for Meditation Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace out.